Hello, Monsters of Bounty, and welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms and the 5th part of my Zhang Jue or Papa Turban campaign. Names are hard to say. Look, you're lucky I haven't called this the Papa Turban and the Turbanettes campaign, alright? So I'm defending my iron mine from a horde of angry red people. Look at this. Lovely burgundy uniforms. Now, the main problem we've got here is the enemy general here, the champion. He's going to be tough to deal with. We've got some units splitting off, but actually that works out for us because our cavalry can move in and cause a bit of panic amongst these units advancing. Ideally, we can take up the champion with our towers. The archers are already doing a lot of damage to the enemy archers, whittling them down. In comes the cavalry charging across the field. We've got a couple of units of infantry holding the towers. You can see cavalry moving in here, taking a little bit of fire, but not too bad. We're weathering that. It's generally okay. But the plan is we don't have to charge these guys. We just have to keep them busy. They will form up and try and defend themselves from the cavalry. That means they're not paying attention to what the archers are doing, which is, you know, filling them full of arrows. So the cavalry, without actually having to kill anyone, have actually caused a lot of damage to this enemy army just by causing them to, like, hold back and get shot by the archers. Meanwhile, the cavalry can just chase off the enemy archers, take them out just like that. The enemy champion getting into the mix there, but that's not a major issue. We're using the cavalry over here to charge the saber militia and then charge down to knock out the enemy archers. And our archers already doing fantastic work, taking out a lot of this enemy infantry. And our infantry can then mop up the remaining G militia.
Look at the enemy run.
Indeed. Now, our cavalry don't really want to fight the enemy champion because it's a bit of a pain in the arse, so they're just going to basically ignore him and just chase down the other units. Meanwhile, a couple of enemy units are actually making their way towards the third entrance. We don't have a third infantry unit, so we can't defend it, but they're still taking a lot of damage. So our archers are opening fire, and now that we've managed to sort of fend off the attack on these the main entrance, we can actually send some redeemed outlaws to go and deal with the G militia as well. We'll get the enemy champion tied up in combat and hopefully get him shot with tower arrows. That's, you know, that's the dream. That's the dream. There's actually a strategist fighting our archers. Fortunately, she's not very good. She's just kind of trying to whap them. Yeah, I mean,
The enemy unit flees.
she's not going to be doing too much damage. That's fine. The champion is getting bogged down. That's okay. We've managed to fend off the attack on this entrance. Some G militia have managed to rally and come back, but they're quickly breaking and running away again. And the cavalry going to hit this unit of saber militia. That worked out quite nicely. The enemy champion slowly being whittled down. The enemy strategy, one enemy strategist actually just booked it. He got shot and ran for it. Towers have actually fallen under the control of the enemy, but we can retake those. The enemy champion is slowly getting picked off. I mean, yes, the tower isn't very accurate, so it is killing a few of our guys as well. But as long as it, like, you know, shoots him a little bit, then I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, yeah. Guys, aim better. You're killing a lot of our own people here. I don't... Well, it's probably fine. You can't kill them all. Probably. The enemy strategist is... I mean, she's racking up the kills, but it's just ever so slowly. Oh, we've got the towers back under our control. That's more towers then shooting our own people in the back of the heads. We're sending in more guys because, you know, he is slowly going down. He's taking the damage down to 17k health now. Little bit more, and he should start to run away. He's wavering. Just slowly tickling him to death. But that's fine. They're broken. The iron mine is safe. And more importantly, our livestock farm as well. I have saved my iron mine, which is good, and also we'll get some zeal. Good. We've captured you. Well, sure.
I am not without mercy.
I'll take the
Set them
income.
loose. They are no threat.
Okay, we've seen them off. That's good. That's holding our flank. Meanwhile, we can bring Papa Turban down to help out. We've got Yuan Shao has actually kind of like popped up. Hello. What are you doing? You don't look like you've got much of an army. So we should be fine. Right, so we've got a few sort of factions popping up that aren't part of the coalition, which is good. Although they are kind of then declaring war on us because we are the Yellow Turbans. So, you know, they just don't like how natty our turbans are. The dicks. People of merit. Jinji. Okay, cool. Cool. You are not... Wait, are you the faction leader? No. No, right, you are... Okay, what's my garrison like? You know what, that's not actually too bad. I think we'll be fine. You've run away, which is unsurprising. I want to come down... I could march around. Because I want this toolmaker. Oh, the dong's there. I think we're going to have problems in this direction. So let's come over here. I mean, we held the iron mine, so that's good. I want to go and grab this town. That should be pretty easy. So we'll just delegate that. Nice and quick. That's how I roll. Nice and... I'm always nice and speedy. Good.
Only by growth will the word be spread.
Okay, what's our zeal like? Okay, it's sort of fine, although I feel like losing... So the problem is the zeal decay is quite punishing, especially for Papa Turban, because he gets more zeal from taking more damage. Now that kind of makes sense because he has massive replenishment bonus, so it actually doesn't matter if you like throw troops away, because apparently it'll make those that survive all the more raring to go somehow. But that does kind of like mean we basically have to like lose battles quite severely, or like almost lose them quite severely, like throw our troops away to get the zeal we need, whereas the other factions it's a little bit easier to get the zeal. So we're kind of struggling a bit with the zeal. I think it'll be fine, probably. Who's those sworn? Busi and Zhang. Okay, that's nice. Fought side by side. Oh,
China is people.
it is. That is.
Oppressive war.
Yeah. Right, we get 3,000 from family estates. However, that is because we get 50% income from that, so I need to keep that in mind. But actually, we're making, you know, not bad money at the moment. I mean, obviously, the more money we make, the better. I could probably knock the... I mean, I don't want to knock the lookout down yet, but I probably don't need that there. What's this? More research rates. A House of Scrolls. Not very sturdy. The first big breeze you get is going to just not... There's going to be scrolls fucking everywhere. Don't build your house out of scrolls.
Serve the people.
That's just the motto to live by. Right, so we've got an iron mine here. That's fine. We'll upgrade this. That's fine. We don't have walls here, actually, do we? Okay, cancel that. I can't remember if this builds at the end of our turn or the start. So let's do that. Or not, because that apparently fucks our garrison. Fantastic. Good to right. Was that garrison fucked before? I wasn't checking. Fuck. Can I do that? Yes. Is that better? Probably not. It's fine. Good. Great.
No.
Fucking fantastic. Never mind. Never mind. If we lose it, we can just retake it. Not a big deal. Oh, there's a... Oh, the dong. The dong's arrived. Fuck. 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 Never mind. That's a bugger, isn't it? So, Papa Turban, he's kind of got this thing where I think it's dependent on the outcome of the battle. So if you get a Pyrrhic victory, you get more zeal than you would if you get like a decisive victory. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Formed a coalition. Okay. Right. Brothers in arms. You like Liang. Oh, good. Good to know. What do we get? Anything good? A clay warrior. Well, that's just fucking dandy, isn't it? Okay, at least they can only march north.
I cannot.
Right, you've got the Zhiliang, I think it's Zhiliang cavalry. They're quite nasty. You've also got a fucking bolt thrower. So that's extra fun. Right, if I bring you down here. Now,
This will not happen.
you're probably going to be moving north. So we're going to wait for you.
Their ignorance is their doom.
Although our cavalry won't replenish. Oh, it's probably fine. It's fine. It's fine. Can we reach you in one turn? No. Alright, you come down here. We are causing rebellions on the borders, but it doesn't seem that effective. It's causing some problems, but it's not really causing enough problems because they've got garrison, people in power, buildings. In fact, it's. I mean, I know it would be better. Maybe I don't know. The whole further thing, I don't know what they could do to make it more potent. Currently, the yellow turbans don't really feel like a big threat unless they're being played by the player. In which case, it's not so much of a threat as it's just that you got the competency or lack thereof of the player. Whereas the AI yellow turbans, not very good. Okay, we're going to go and grab that town, and then we're going to go and grab... Was that a rebellion over there? Maybe? I feel like the yellow turban, rebellion, should be more widespread. Maybe that would be better. Right, you've been vassalized. Fair enough. So have you. Well, we had these independent factions. They're now part of the coalition by default. Zhang Kai is now stubborn. Abel's unbreakable. And you... Who? Who the fuck are you? You got a lovely hat. You got stone rats. You got a gun. Kura's vestments. Okay, good. So you've turned up. You've returned from doing an assignment. Right. So we need to wait one more turn, and you can go back and start doing that again.
If the mountain is too high.
Shouldn't have wasted all that money, should I? Right, we're going to stay in ambush because I think the Dong is probably going to head for this town over here. Hopefully we can get the ambush. If not, at least we can go and chase him down. Let's go. Oh, you've taken the... Okay, well, let's go and see if we can take the iron mine. Because taking the iron mine would be useful. So Toolmaker is part of that town as well. If we can take that, then we can bring our army back down to help out. Which is kind of what I would like. Because currently we're stretched a little bit thin. Okay, we can knock this down and build something else there. I like the garrison there. We could upgrade this. It would then have walls, which I feel like you probably should have walls. On the other hand, it might... If we don't get the ambush, he might continue on and just take the city. I think we'll just have to see what happens. I'm hoping we can get the ambush, because if we can get the ambush, then we should be able to knock out that artillery. Ah, ambush failed. Well, tits. Okay, let's do a night fight. It says we should win it anyway, so that's good. They do have a lot of cavalry. And that artillery's quite nasty. I think we'll be fine. Probably. We're up against the Dong himself, the Thin Dong. That's right. He's lost some weight. Well, alright, he hasn't put it on yet, basically. And we're having a lovely night battle because it's so atmospheric. Now, some people said, well, night battles cause morale penalties to the enemy, but I can't see that it's causing any morale penalties to the enemy. I don't think it is, anyway. Or at least if it is, it's applied before the battle takes place, so it shows up on their normal morale. So there is the Dong. Does he look thinner? I guess he does, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. He's not a big... He's not as big as... he's not a big boy, is he? He's not a big boy. So there's Dong. The Dong leading the Zhiliang cavalry. I think that's how you say it, anyway. And our line is advancing. We've got our cavalry on the left flank being led by Liang, as is tradition. And we've got Papa Turbin and Ma taking up the centre. Spearmen on the left and right flanks, and our sword infantry in the centre. Now the main problem is going to be here is dealing with the Zhiliang cavalry, and also they've got a bolt thrower. However, I don't think they've used it yet. I think they're too busy pussyfooting around trying to get it into position rather than actually shooting at me, so that works out. So advancing cavalry moving around the left flank there. Our spears just a little bit, like, just careful around the enemy cavalry there. Enemy cavalry, though, coming into the centre. Getting a few kills in, but we're laying down some heavy archer fire on their heads. Papa Turbin buffing everyone up. Spearmen coming around the right flank. And the Dong is right in the centre there. He is going to be quite a tough customer. Liang coming around the rear. We've got a unit of Sabre Militia and also the cavalry. We need to deal with the cavalry. Our spearmen hiding in the forest there, trying to get in position to take a charge from them. And the Dong is actually causing us a lot of problems because he is just not... He just doesn't want to go down. He's just not taking any damage. Plus, he's got... What was it? Reign of Terror? Whatever the hell that was, that sounds terrifying. That's not good. Elsewhere, our infantry is, of course, winning the battle, no problem. And he's breaking in the forest.
I thought you were a soldier.
Wow. Harsh. Our cavalry in amongst the enemy archers, running them down. Meanwhile, the other unit of Zhiliang cavalry tangling with our spears, and also another unit of the Messengers of Heaven. These guys are so tough to deal with. They're just very, very strong. They're just taking the punishment. Ooh, lag. Sometimes I just get a little lag, and I don't quite know why. Hopefully this doesn't crash. It's only in the replays. The actual battle's generally fine. Right, looks like... Good. The Dong, he's off. He's had enough. We basically had to throw everything we had at him, and eventually he did actually manage to get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, our generals are chasing down the enemy strategists.
Go, go, go!
Oh, that's nice. He like cheered him on. He was like, "Yeah, go get him! Go get him, Papa Turbin!" So Papa Turbin chasing after one strategist. We've got Liang taking out another one, and then finally Ma dealing with the Dong himself, who's desperately trying to run for his pitiful little life. Look at him go. He's only level 3. Rubbish. Off with the tyrant's head. He's very tanky. He's got a lot of armor. Very, very tanky. What's his ability do? I keep meaning to find out, and I can't catch... Come here. Right, there we go. Reign of Terror. 100% melee damage, 100% melee damage. Oh, bloody hell. Unbreakable. Oof. 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 His sword's nice, though. I'd like that, if we can kill him. Come on. Get him. He's only got 1,000 health left. We've frozen him. He's disorientated. Doesn't know where he is. He's a disorientated dong. Down he goes. Ah, the horse landed on him. Unfortunate. For him, anyway. Meanwhile, with the dong dead, the rest of his army panics and breaks. Not there's much left of it. They flee back in towards the forests. Unfortunately for them, the messengers of heaven have got a letter to deliver. It's 2 swords. And it's not like delivered unless you're talking about getting it buried in the back of it. I thought I had something for this. Turns out I didn't. I should have prepared something better. Something about like a delivery from the messengers of heaven. It was swords to be buried in their back. I'll work on that. Either way, the messengers of heaven are going to chase down what remains of the Dong's army, and now we just need to retake my city. Oh, well. Guess we just pierced the Dong. That's never going to get old. Ah, good. Right, okay, so we got some cash, some zeal. Let's take the income. Because the more money we have, the better. I might have to just nip out, replenish, and then continue my my journey south. So it does it does seem like any of the independent factions immediately get hoovered up by the Empire, which doesn't really break up the coalition at all, which was kind of my concern. Who the fuck are you? Look at that hat. You just said, give me a hat and I don't care whether it stops. So could you just trim it around the... Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're someone special, obviously, because you don't look like a normal goon, do you? Blood runs thicker. Lubu, a warrior of rapidly growing reputation, has decided that his current master is not worthy of his service. Tempted to blah blah blah. Dong. Really? Because we just pierced the... We just pierced the Dong. Dong Zhao confederates Ding Yuan. Character killed Ding Yuan. Lubu. Right, so Ding Yuan was Lubu's father before the Dong. They were going to fight. Yeah, they were going to fight, and then Dong was like, hey, I'll give you a nice horse and stuff if you join me. And Lubu then went and killed his father and brought the Dong his father's head. So, you know, that was fun. Good. Okay, what buildings we got? Lookout post has been demolished. Fine, that's good. I mean, this settlement's right at the back of our line, so the likelihood of it coming under attack pretty low. We've got the horse pastures there. That's not really going to give us any income. So we do get bonus for our zeal's dropping quite rapidly. There's a big chunk lost there. Thing is, we can't see from turn to turn how much we've lost, because obviously we'll lose it from our allies taking casualty or losing armies and stuff, losing battles. So it's not ideal really, but never mind. Let's income from peasantry. How much are we making? So peasantry we get a big bonus for. So I'm thinking, let's go grain storage. Grain storage. We're graining it up. With me. Okay, let's... No, just stay there. Just stay there. Good. You'll replenish. That's fine. In fact, you can even encamp. I don't know if that actually helps your replenishment. Doesn't total Warhammer. Not entirely sure. In 3 kingdoms, but never mind. I could do this. Do I want to upgrade that? That's not going to give us another building slot, so it's probably not worth the effort. However, we... What? There we go. Looking at the wrong bits. Right. I think we'll just delegate that.
The people's voice cannot be silenced.
Nope. Right. Zeal. Occupy.
Will the word be spread.
Got a composite bow. Well. Who wants a composite bow? You've got the... I mean, we could give you... Oh, it's cut. You know what? Because I've got a boy over here which does... Who is it? Liang who has all the archers. It is Liang. So we could give you the bow, because that'll give you more cunning, which is kind of useful. See, I find the yellow turban stats really weird because they don't tend to make an awful lot of sense most of the time.
Stay true.
Just a bit confusing. We could get another building slot there, so let's do that. I would... It does seem like we're making advances, which is good. What happens if we... So we get minus 4% food... I mean, that's nothing. Minus 5 public order, that's not a huge problem. Minus population growth, not a huge problem. But we lose income. I mean, it's not... Okay, so it's not the end of the world if we start dropping down until we get down here, because minus 25 public order is awful. So hopefully we can try and keep it above that. But I don't know if it's possible. This might be a race against time. So we need a total of 50... I mean, currently the Mandate War is going okay for us. Zhang Yang, not doing great. Where is he? Down here.
Not possible.
Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? What's the plan? Where are you going? You've got a big army. Not much else. Okay, let's upgrade the iron mine. Because reasons. Okay. Oh, that's right. We got administration. I'm getting too excited. Administration positions. Good. Good. Right, what can we do here? Construction costs. Really? Right, income from commerce, silk. Right, that's not. I mean, none of this is actually that useful. I guess the public order's not the worst. Okay, Tang, I guess you're doing that. I guess. I was hoping for a slightly better. Never mind. Income from peasantry, yes. So we want you here. And how much income from peasantry? Yeah, let's do one here as well. We got Wu Bar. So you can do that. What? That's not going to make a huge amount of money. This might be okay. Oh god, I guess. Like, it's not great, is it? Because, I mean, okay, you, I guess. I'm not wowed. I'll level with you. I'm not wowed by the options we had available there. I was hoping for slightly better. Never mind. Trade influence is basically pointless because we can only trade with our yellow turban factions. They basically have nothing, so no point with that. Satisfaction is not that useful. Artillery would be quite useful. What's this? G defectors. Yeah, could do. Could do. Saber defectors. Not bad. What about like percent from all sources? I mean, percent from in all sources would be, if we could get more money. Minus 25% building upkeep. We don't have a lot of that. Like, let's just go from all sources because income from all sources just means everything. So why not? Right, we've managed to beat back the Dong. We've beaten him off. We've beaten off the Dong. Which is fine. Which is fine. That's fine. Good. And we're not doing too badly, I don't think. That's slightly problematic. We need to get the other army back here. If we can get our other army back here, we'll be okay. But at the moment, we're kind of trying to go down through sort of two roads, and neither of them. What? Birds drown in the river. Well, that's birds for you. Birds gonna drown. We could go and grab these two, or I could, because like there's yellow turbans all over the place, so I could just mop you up. Blop.
Our faith was rewarded.
Yep, that's faith for you. Always going to get rewarded. Let's get the money.
They have suffered enough.
And I
Possible.
guess we'll come back here. We could do a little bit of extra recruitment. You like your archers for some reason. Can you? You can't. Right, you've got. Let's replace that. Oof, it's pricey. Let's get the spearman gang in there. That'll do for the moment. So we got an army down here. They might be heading for this. Let's cancel that because I don't. We might lose it.
For the cause.
I'm not holding my breath.
Return to standard position.
Can we reach the city? Yes, we can.
Heaven hear our fury.
So we're just going to skedaddle down here. They got an army. They got a garrison. It's not much of one. I suppose we probably should, you know, put the personal touch in and kill them. We've got the fire arrows as well, actually, haven't we? So that's actually not too bad. Ancient China built their watchtowers out of very flammable material. I mean, I know it's wood, but fuck, it just goes up. I mean, I don't know, have you ever tried lighting a fire? It can sometimes take a bit of work. These things, they just go up. Look at that. I mean, fuck me. I mean, that's like the shell suits, isn't it? Shell suits in the 90s, and they were like, don't put this near fire because you will literally go up like you're filled with petrol. And it's maybe they make the towers out of shell suits. I don't know, but either way, they just fucking just go up. Like, you would not want to be sat in there, would you? Drop a match, next thing you know, you're on fire. Fuck me. Meanwhile, the messengers of heaven have managed to find an open gate. I mean, it's no gate, but they've managed to find someone that's unguarded. There's some G militia desperately trying to redeploy to disrupt them, but that ain't going to work out. And with both towers down, it's now time for our infantry to charge in. We're going to let the Chosen of the Eight Immortals do most of the work because they're our elite infantry. They're going to get shit done. Got some G infantry captain, G militia there as well, trying to hold the line. And some of the cities on fire, but you know, that's, you know, cities and sieges. Am I right?
Our comrade is under attack.
Meanwhile, the other side of the city, Liang is tangling with the G militia. We're going to get a little charge in here. Now, they weren't braced, so theoretically this shouldn't hurt us very much, but turns out it hurts us quite a bit. So we're going to pull out of that. Always pull out if it hurts. That's what I say. So Liang is going to continue to try and harass these guys while we just book it. I was trying to pull them back sort of maybe this area over here, because then maybe we could get some surrounds on them. But it turns out the enemy army has spotted the danger and is repositioning units to try and take us on. Now, obviously, we've got some nasty towers over here. They're going to constantly sort of like harass us the entire time we're in range until we can try and take them. We've also got Bishi, yeah, this guy. So not only does he have a very nice, like, hat on, but he's also quite dangerous apparently, and we don't want to tangle with him. So Liang is getting out of there. He doesn't want to fight him. At least he doesn't want to duel him. Back at the front of the city, our archers taking out the enemy archers, and we're trying to fight our way through the infantry guarding the city. Ma and Papa Turbin chopping their way through the defenders, and we've managed to break into the city. We managed to break through the infantry defending the entrance, and now we can get inside of the city, move around, get behind this little blob over here, and start lending some assistance to poor Liang, who is tangling with the enemy general. We've also got some enemy cavalry here fighting the messengers of heaven. This isn't what we really want, and we don't want to duel him, but we are just like bopping him in the back with our giant axe, and that is having some effect. So we are actually taking him out. However, our cavalry is getting its arse kicked. Cavalry over here, they're fighting some mounted Lancer militia. They're not doing very well there either, and they're sort of blocked. We're taking fire from the towers, so that's not great. Most of the enemy archers have been dealt with. We're moving in to engage the last few units there. Ma and Papa Turbin moving in to help with the enemy General Liang and the city centre. We've got redeemed outlaws moving around behind this little blob defending the way into the city. So we're going to get a nice little charge there. Meanwhile, the Immortals of the Chosen of the Eight Immortals going to move in to help out with the units at the centre. There we go. Nasty little rear charge there. They're now trapped between our forces, and they're just going to get slowly chopped down.
Our success looms large.
Now, one unit of our horses has been defeated, and we're moving another unit of messengers out of that combat, and we're fighting the enemy general. Now, we don't want to duel him. However, it seems like he's now outnumbered. He's by himself. This is not a good place for him. He's going to get caught and surrounded by messengers of heaven, and then Liang is going to start chopping him with his axe. He's got the dual swords. He's got some silver dual swords, so he's quite tanky. He's doing quite a lot of damage, but he is just a commander, so he dies. He's gone. He's dead. Cavalry taking a little bit of damage there, but finally our reinforcements have arrived. Papa Turbin and Ma in the midst of the enemy army. Come on, Ma, show me who's boss. That's the stuff. The Chosen of the Eight Immortals chasing down these archers, going to take these towers from them. The enemy strategists trying to... They've seen the danger of losing the towers. They're going to try and come back. Our cavalry is taking a lot of damage there. But Liang and the unit of cavalry that we pulled away from the battle have now returned. So they're going to charge in, catching these archers by surprise, taking the towers for our side of the battle. And the strategist going to get whittled down. Now, we're taking a lot of damage from Messengers of Heaven, but they did do fantastic work at drawing enemies away from the front of the city. We can see we're now well and truly inside the city. No problem there. Forces moving towards the city centre to case it. Not that we need it, because the enemy army is broken, and they ain't coming back.
The enemy unit flees.
Oh, got my town back. That's the main thing.
Our just deeds were blessed.
Yeah. 14 zeal. You... Oh, hello. I would rather die than betray my cause. Alright, that can be arranged.
A corrupted limb must be swiftly removed. Our just deeds were blessed.
That can be arranged. Thank you for your swords, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, can you... You can't now. I think that's probably going to be better, isn't it? So let's do that. Let's make you more killy. Do we have...
Lift the peasants.
So you can have the Heavenly Sword. So this is another problem with Yellow Turbans, in that because some of the set bonuses, like you need a particular armor piece, obviously Yellow Turbans don't get those armor pieces, so it's kind of pointless for them. So I don't know why they even show up. I guess they... Well, anyway. So you are Defiant. It's good. Papa Turban, a little bit Defiant, a little bit cranky, but that's okay.
With me.
That's fine. So we got the gap. So basically what I did was made this harder for myself by building the lookout post, and so therefore giving them more garrison. So that was not the best idea. Was what? No. Never mind. All right, let's give you walls. Your garrison. Oh, the Dong's back. Well, you say that, Dong, but well, will it? We could... Okay, we could upgrade this, because that would give us better units to defend. The livestock farm, I don't think we need something for that. I mean, to be honest, I think I would prefer to have the horses rather than all archers. I feel like that's worse. Not having, because horses can do a lot of work. So I feel like not having them, probably just the worst option. We're kind of, there's lots of mountains here, lots of potential places for enemies to come from, and we only have 2 armies. We're bringing this army back. I'm hoping these guys get knocked out fairly soon. We got the iron mine, so that's... I'm generally fairly happy with that. We can upgrade that. I think, you know, it's not going too badly. I'm just a little bit concerned about the zeal dropping. And also the fact that we're, you know, completely fucking surrounded on every side. That's a bit of a concern. But hopefully our little yellow turban buddies are doing it for us. Are they doing it for us? Are they? Good. Right, well that's fine. Kong Rong has declared war. Yes. A festival. Good omens. More public order. Okay, I'm fine with that. We've got a foreman as well. Ooh, what do? You do something. Aren't you part of a thing? Yeah, you're part of a few things. Clay Cup, Clay Warrior, Stone Rooster, Clay Ox, Stone Monkey. I don't think we've got any of them. I don't think we've got any of those, so won't worry too much about that.
Together then.
Can we reach you? No.
We will be
I can lay an ambush and still replenish at the same time though, which is good. Okay, I'm just going to leave. Do I leave this or do I go for it? I'm just concerned that my allies won't do it for me. And then we'll end up with, you know, more armies coming from that direction. Although money's not too bad. We could actually, like, raise another army, couldn't we? We could raise one here. We've only got Healy peoples. Only Healy peoples. You're quite expensive. God, we need some more. Need some more peeps, don't we? We need some more peeps. Plus, my income will drop, so I need to keep that in mind. The fact that the money that I've got won't necessarily be coming in forever. It will eventually drop away. Now we do have. Is it here? We've got who's it? Boosie. Boosie, you are
in faith.
Not that guy. You're over here. You can have a foreman. That will actually increase our income a little bit. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm hoping the Dong will actually move his armies northward and we can sort of deal with him. But I also need to move my army southward to deal with the encroaching empire. However, we do seem to have a lot of territory north of the river. North of the Yellow River, we're sort of doing okay. We've carved out a little empire for ourselves. That's nice. It's nice to see. I want to know who the guy with the big hat is. Has he always been in? I feel like he's new. Or maybe I missed him. Oof. Death of the... Oh, Emperor's dead. His death has caused chaos across the lands. Perfect. So the Empress has become the faction regent. Okay, is that going to cause some problems?
For the cause.
What is that going to... What effect will that have? I don't know. Okay, we're making good peasantry income here, so anything that keeps... I mean, 10%... Only 30% increase in peasantry income, which isn't huge. I'm thinking the grain storage is probably going to bring us in more income, so let's get the grain storage coming in. Let's get that one. Could upgrade this. Don't think that's useful at this moment in time. We can grab this tool maker. We'll just bop that. If anything, if we auto-resolve and lose a lot of people, it might help with the zeal problem.
Only by growth will the...
He's had a little moment there for himself. That's good. Okay, what am I going to give you? So, Zhang Kai. That's not bad. What's this? +2 public order. Okay. So you're kind of like Archer Man, but you don't really have like Archer traits. I suppose the other tournaments are a little bit more nuanced than the normal factions. Income from industry, you don't really have a lot of that going on. What's this? Nature's Ally is not the worst thing to have. Let's get Adamant Resolve. Let's just grab that. And Tang. Oh, I mean armor. Nah. Satisfaction. Encourage. Income from commerce. What's this do? Night battles, guerrilla deployments. It's not really that useful. That just gives plus. I mean, sure. Sure, let's do something like that. Right, we've got the toolmaker. That is going to. The toolmaker's bringing quite a bit of money. We should be able to grab that small city as well. Then we will have knocked that faction out. We'll get He Yi in to help out. We also have the Dong, who I feel like we're just going to go. We're going to take on the Dong. And I think we're going to do that. It still says we're going... Oh, it still says... Well, it's... Okay, good. I don't know why it's still... I guess the night battle doesn't like take into it, because it says here we've got a capture chance even though we're going to win the battle. Okay, well, we'll fight this and then we'll go on and take the whatever building this is. I think it's a toolmakers. Yes, Battle of Toolmakers. Yep, that's what that is. We'll get that. That should then complete a quest which should give us a whole bunch of nice cool shit to use, which might help against the overwhelming odds. But that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Papa Turban campaign.